Hello, Reds fans. Welcome to the YNWA Transfer News Channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for your daily latest news.
Arne Slot confirms Liverpool have their Mo Salah replacement after completing transfer. Liverpool head coach Arne Slot has revealed there are numerous reasons why the Reds signed Jeremy Frimpong, and one of them is to replace Mohamed Salah during Africa Cup of Nations. The Reds landed Jeremy Frimpong for £29 million from Bayer Leverkusen after the departure of right-back Trent Alexander-Arnold. Many believe the Dutch utility man is to challenge Connor Bradley for the full-back role, but Slot believes he has more versatility. That will help when Egypt star Salah heads to Morocco for the Africa Cup of Nations, which runs from December 21st to January 18th, and could see him miss up to 6 Premier League games. Slot said, "We definitely thought about that and brought in Jeremy Frimpong because he can play as a right back but also as a right winger. We thought about how we can miss Mo for a maximum 6 games, that's quite a lot." Signing Jeremy Frimpong was for multiple reasons, but one was that he could replace Mo if he was not there. Liverpool have spent big this summer with almost £300 million gone on transfers but £150 million brought in on sales. Yet it was teenage sensation Rio Ngumaha who starred in pre-season, and there's excitement building if he can play a role in the first team ahead of this weekend's Community Shield. "You never know how an individual handles the situation," added Slot. A year ago, Trey Nyoni scored a goal against Sevilla when he was also 17, very young. They have an incredible chance to work and be around players like Virgil van Dijk, Mo Salah and all these incredible players every day and see what they do to be ready to perform every 3 days. This is a step these players definitely have to make, which is completely normal at 16 or 17. It is already nice if they can play well once a week at a good level. "We try to develop them in the best way we can, but also have to develop them because new players that are 24, 23, 22 have already experienced the intensity levels are quite high there during training or during the games, let alone for players who are 16 and coming through the academy. We are aware of that, but it's been a promising start for him and Trey Nyoni because Trey also played a very good game at Anfield 4 days ago." Arne Slot gives Alexander Isak response and hints Liverpool transfer is nearly complete. Liverpool manager Arne Slot has indicated Darwin Núñez's move to Al Hilal is all but done. However, he wouldn't be drawn on questions over whether Alexander Isak will take the Uruguayan's place at Anfield. Slot's Premier League champions have already added Hugo Ekitike to their front line, but Isak is very much still on their radar. An opening bid worth up to £120 million was rejected by Newcastle, and it remains to be seen whether the Red return with a fresh offer this summer. "As you know, we never talk about players that aren't yours," Slot told reporters ahead of the Community Shield when asked about Isak. "I can talk about Hugo, who signed recently. We are very happy with the squad we are having. Okay, players left but we brought players in as well and youngsters are doing good. Darwin might leave but things aren't signed yet. We need to wait a few days before things are done." Isak missed Newcastle's tour of Asia, spending the period training with former club Real Sociedad while working his way back to full fitness. The Swede is back in Newcastle training, but manager Eddie Howe is not expected to pick him for upcoming friendlies. "You have to earn the right to train with us," Howe said during the week. "We are Newcastle United. The player has a responsibility here to be part of a team and part of a squad. You have to act in the right way. So that is also at play here. We will make sure that any player does that to earn the right to train with the group. No player can expect to act poorly and train with the group as normal." While Liverpool boss Slot declined to comment directly on Isak, he did point to another attacking option for later in the campaign. Mohamed Salah is set to miss some action during the Africa Cup of Nations, and Slot indicated new right-back Jeremy Frimpong will be an option further forward during that period. "We definitely thought about AFCON. It's partly why we brought in Frimpong because he can play as a right winger," Slot said. "A maximum 6 games without Mo, but that's a lot in the Premier League. Jeremy can play there, but he isn't the only option. Liverpool's more immediate focus is the Community Shield. The Reds face Crystal Palace at Wembley on Sunday, and it's a chance for fans to get another look at new signings including Frimpong, Ekitike and Florian Wirtz. Bilbao, Milan and Yokohama already gave us good competition, Slot said, referring to his team's preseason tests. Palace hit the ground running again. It is still the same team. A good challenge for us to start the season. Liverpool sent Alexander Isak transfer disappointing warning as title prediction made. Liverpool do require Alexander Isak to secure the Premier League title next season. And the Reds have been cautioned about the dangers of possessing too many riches within their squad. Isac is presently training in isolation after signaling his desire to depart Newcastle this summer. It comes after Liverpool had an opening offer in the region £110 million rejected. The Swedish international will be absent from the Magpies' concluding 2 preseason fixtures this weekend. Eddie Howe's side face Espanyol tonight, August 8th, and Atletico Madrid on Saturday, August 9th, at St. James Park. Newcastle are reluctant to permit Isak's departure before securing a replacement. But their hopes of achieving that this week took a further blow when primary target Benjamin Sesko make it clear he was opting for Manchester United. That means the Magpies' striker search continues with Chelsea's Nicholas Jackson, Aston Villa's Ollie Watkins and Brentford's Yoane Wissa all linked, reports chronicle Live. Nevertheless, former Liverpool and England shot-stopper David James has cautioned his former club that a record-breaking transfer pursuit of Isac could unsettle their squad and that they don't require him to defend the title in the forthcoming campaign. Speaking at the launch of Final One standing by William Hill, James said, "Liverpool don't need Alexander Isak to win the Premier League. It's possible for a team to be blessed with too many riches and it can end with disappointing results. I know it's important not to attach too much importance to preseason fixtures, but Liverpool look like a well-balanced side full of confident players. If they were to sign Isac, one immediate benefit would be that it would significantly weaken Newcastle. But that's not the difference between winning the Premier League or not. It wouldn't make them any stronger favourites than they already are." The Reds finished 10 points clear of second-placed Arsenal last season and have strengthened their squad with the arrivals of Florian Wirtz, Hugo Ekitike, Milos Kerkez, Jeremy Frimpong and Georgi Mamardashvili. Mamardashvili, a £29 million arrival from Valencia, has been brought in to replace Caoimhin Kelleher, who has joined Brentford, and provide cover and competition for Liverpool number 1 Alisson Becker. And James said, "Alisson is still the best goalkeeper in the world. I know Gianluigi Donnarumma had an amazing season with Paris Saint-Germain. He delivered top performances in a lot of big games but didn't necessarily perform consistently in League One. Alisson does pick up a few injuries though, and that can open the door for Georgi Mamardashvili. If he gets an opportunity, Mamardashvili can keep Alisson out of the team." Mamardashvili had a difficult season last year with Valencia. They were in the bottom 3 in La Liga for a long period of the campaign, but that wasn't down to his performances. Caoimhin Kelleher was a fantastic deputy to Alisson, but Mamardashvili will be coming to Anfield with the confidence that he can be the new no one. He's got the ability to push Alisson, and from Arne Slot's perspective, he will be able to pick from 2 superb keepers. Transfer News Live, new star on Liverpool wish list as Newcastle and Spurs mull £80 million move. The final 3 weeks of the summer transfer window are just around the corner and many top clubs are still active in the market. Manchester United have clicked into gear to tie up the signing of Benjamin Sesko, and they could also secure a new central midfielder before the deadline. Chelsea have sold off a large group of fringe players and now look set to reignite their spending spree on Alejandro Garnacho and Xavi Simons. Liverpool are aiming to put the finishing touches on what has been a blockbuster window, with Arsenal now focused on sales, Tottenham on the lookout for a no. 10 and Newcastle hoping to bounce back from a series of crushing blows. Follow Express Sports live transfer updates below. Arsenal star receives loan proposal. Arsenal goalkeeper Karl Hein has piqued the interest of Levante, according to the Mirror. The La Liga side are keen on pursuing a loan deal, but Arsenal would prefer to offload Hein permanently. The Estonian, 23, would go into the season as third-choice goalkeeper behind David Raya and Kepa Arrizabalaga if he does not move on. Garnacho agrees Chelsea terms. Alejandro Garnacho has reached a full agreement with Chelsea on personal terms, according to Fabrizio Romano. Garnacho wants to stay in the Premier League with Chelsea after being put up for sale by Manchester United. And his green light means that the move will progress rapidly if the Blues and United agree on a transfer fee. It is understood that United want around £50 million, with club-to-club talks due to start soon. Chelsea could unlock Harvey Elliott move. Chelsea may indirectly be in control of Harvey Elliott's club future due to their prospective dealings with RB Leipzig. The Blues have been in talks with Leipzig playmaker Xavi Simons, and a deal is expected to be done once they get round to sending an official bid. And Leipzig have lined Elliott up as the Dutchman's replacement. Elliott dazzled at the under-21 Euros this summer, but Liverpool's squad is stacked in attacking positions, meaning they could be set to cash in. Newcastle and Tottenham mull £80 million move. Newcastle United and Tottenham have both made contact to explore a move for Nicholas Jackson, according to Fabrizio Romano. Chelsea rate the forward at £80 million and he is expected to leave Stamford Bridge this summer. Spurs are only expected to press forward if Richarlison departs North London. Newcastle will need a new centre-forward if Alexander Isak joins Liverpool, but it is understood that their valuation of Jackson is lower than Chelsea's. Clubs in Serie A are keen on Jackson, while Bayern Munich have also been linked. Thanks for watching. Like and comment. Subscribe.